If you ask me, this is probably the most important thing that you see and what the housing problem is in La Plata County. We've run a deficit in building permits and building units since 2008. And that's the case nationwide. We're not unique in that manner, but that's the problem. And one of the large issues here in the state of Colorado is the construction defects law, which has kept a lot of the contractors from building condominiums. In fact, I only know of one condominium project in La Plata County having been built in the last 10 years. They're just not doing it because the risks are high. They don't really want to do that. The residential building permits, single family in the county, they're down a little bit. They could be higher, but as John and I both alluded to the fact, without any infrastructure out there in the rural county, it's challenging to build more homes.
As Bob said on the condo front, even in Denver, they're still avoiding building condominiums. In the Front Range, well, there's probably more lawyers there, quite honestly, that do these lawsuits. But, you know, if we had condominium product for the last 10 years, because it's less expensive product, it's more entry level or workforce housing prices, it would have created a lot of housing, created a lot of housing, if you will, for the needs that we have, right, Bob?
Yeah, I think the lack of condominiums has had a big impact. Condominium ownership is one that's helped the country for a long time, but it's also high density. And one of the ways to answer some of the housing problems is density, because you can build more units that feed on the existing infrastructure, and they're not out in the rural part of the county or in the rural part of any part of the country where there's no infrastructure and you can't build that density. So I think that lack of condominium, that's a big deal.